look, don't know what was going on there, but that's not a review. I was travelling for most of Saturday to the Isle of Wight, hence the Isle of Wight week thing, and so I didn't see class from 10:30 in the morning, which I'm quite glad of because it sort of made me more hyped. So I went and watched the first episode, and then I watched the second episode, and I thought, do you know what? This is some classy action. I'm loving not just the plot development, but the character development as well. I think the two characters that have had the main development there are probably Ram, who's had the most, especially in episode 2, and April, because of her start in episode 1. Something that they don't do very well in Doctor Who, I find, is proper deaths. Series 9, there was quite a bit of that, where they had proper deaths, but then class has sort of gone into more detail. It's showing that you're having this traumatic experience watching your girlfriend die, or your leg be chopped off with a lot of blood. And I'm not very big on gore, so this is very interesting. On episode 1 alone, my only criticism is that the camera work sometimes is a bit OTT. At the start, where the boy's running through the corridors and it zooms on Coal Hill School as if to go, look, we're at Coal Hill. But everyone who's watching is going to know they're at Coal Hill. Capaldi, I love Capaldi, you all know that. He's a fantastic actor, best Doctor there is, no arguments from anyone. But I felt he was sort of shoehorned in to make sure that the programme was fully established, and I didn't like that. I suppose in the long run though, there was no other solution to Ram having a leg, so Capaldi sort of had to be there. The Shadowkin and Big King Sword Dude, whew, fantastic. Absolutely love the CG on that. The shadows passing around the world, not so keen on. But when the Shadowkin rise up, start going in like black smoke rolling into a room, it's just couldn't have hoped for better. And the brutality of them sort of shanking people, turning them into Shadow King kebabs, it's just more believable for a warlike race. So overall, episode 1 gets a big tick from me. Episode 2, the coach with the dragon tattoo, well, different. Very different. The dragons weren't as believable as creatures. One of the dragon things fell out of the tear into the coach, turning it into a tattoo. I mean, yeah, it was cool to see this tattoo moving around his arm and body, but in the long run it wasn't ever explained. Also, the kids killed the coach. It was one of those moments where it's like, oh no, you don't want to eat me, I taste like poison. Eat the coach, he's nice turkey dinner. Don't get me wrong, the brutality is still there and it is definitely not a kiddie show. And that much was obvious with the skinning of people. I'm a little upset they skinned the headmaster on the second episode. The headmaster is one of the best characters, was one of the best characters, making japes and jokes as much as Capaldi was, and I can see why they've killed him off, because he was too happy a person. Of course they're evil, they're Ofsted. Who could not love a line like that? Speaking of Ofsted, they're robots. I've suspected so for many years, and do you know what? Patrick Ness, hilarious. As I said, there was a lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of violence, but I like class, and that's the main thing. As long as I like it, I'll keep watching it. Overall, I'm not going to rate them out of 10 because that's for idiots. So I'm just going to go, you did good. See you next time for another class review, unless I'm skinned alive or shanked by a shadow. Gotta watch out. Bye.